Hi guys, Piotr here. This is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. Well, very interesting week behind us, very interesting week ahead. So it's time to make the update when it comes to the indices. Is it going to be the calm week as the ocean behind me is very calm right now, or is it going to be the very stormy? Well, I've got few answers and few predictions, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So market is in trouble, and when it comes to the indices, we're going to travel all around the world. We will start in US with SP 500. What you can see here is a weekly chart of SP 500, and we are going to discuss few very important things. Well, we are still above 200 daily moving average, which is pointing higher. That's quite bullish from that perspective. But when we are going to try to apply few horizontal lines, I'm going to first place the very important possible demand zone, which is very low. In that case, we are talking about this latest weakness, all right? So there is a little bit of the more space here to go lower. There is also one more thing worth to mention. In that case, this consolidation. As you can see, top of that weakness is at the same time mid of that consolidation from which we went higher. The top of that consolidation being already tested. So what I do expect based on the weekly chart, taking into the consideration current market trouble, well, I do expect lower levels. Of course, Fed and US government is going to try to avoid any kind of the bigger move to the downside. So the very important level from the weekly chart perspective of S&P 500 is around 3,750. Okay, if we are going to break lower, we are going to fight with the mid of this particular range, and we are talking about the levels close to 3,630. All right, but this one is a crucial. So what I'm looking for as a base scenario is the break through that 3,750, hit that mid level, retest 3,750, which is going to be probably the good supply area with the possible target down towards this latest weakness we were discussing a second ago. In that case, we are talking about the levels close to 3,400, 3,350. So that's how the things looks like from the weekly chart perspective. Let's switch lower. Let's switch to the daily chart here. And well, short term, the latest bounce we've seen a few days ago, based on the information that the Fed, FDIC and US government was trying to calm the situation down on the market, ensuring that all the depositors are safe. That was at the same time the test of the mid of the consolidation. So as you can see here, what we discussed a second ago, I do expect break to the downside, retest of 3,750, or maybe a little bit higher, the mid of that one, around 3,000. Yeah, 3,850, and move lower as discussed a second ago. There is alternative scenario. So if I'm wrong when it comes to the bullish case, right, then we have to take into the consideration this level, this, here, and latest high. So levels close to 4,150. Only close above, and positive retest will change my view when it comes to this market. So if we are going to see higher rally, the 4,150 might be your next supply level, and only we are going to cancel bearish scenario with the daily and weekly close above 4,150. So that was US. Let's try to fly to Japan, Tokyo. All right, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the Nikkei 225. Well, also based on the weekly chart, the 200 daily moving average is moving higher. When we are trying to compare what is going on here versus what we already seen when it comes to the S&P 500, it's worth to mention that this weakness we've seen here, all right, looks like it was almost tested. So the basic scenario here is that we are going to trade the range. In that case, we are talking about the levels close to 25,000 to the downside and levels close to somewhere here 28.5 to the upside. So trying to sell the high or buy the low is the name of the game for now. We are in the middle of that range, no man's land. That's the 3,500 range. If we are going to break through 25,000, so then 21.5 could be the name of the game, and in that case we are talking about the levels close to this particular levels, meaning that we might take out this consolidation with these stops and we might hit this type of the target. On the other hand, the bearish scenario is going to be cancelled with the daily and weekly close above 28,500, which might open 32,000 to the upside. Let's have a look what we have in a short term from the daily chart perspective. There you go. It's clearly visible, this range trading. Well, the thing is that if there is a more trouble over the world, the yen might strengthen. That could be the case for the weaker Nikkei. So that's something it's worth to have in mind. Short term, we broke through the latest demand zone, right? So in that case, any kind of the retest 50% of today's price action or the top of today's high, it might be the selling opportunity and with the target towards the end of or the bottom of that particular range. All right, so from Tokyo, let's try to fly to the Germany, all right, to the Frankfurt, and that's the DAX index. From the weekly chart perspective, the market done the retest of that particular range and mid of that range being rejected. What is telling me that this latest weakness, which already been tested, might come under pressure. So from the weekly chart perspective, and most important thing here is it's not going to happen overnight. We might see over the period of some time that we are going to build some head and shoulder formation. If that's going to be the case, well, the market, European market especially, might be in a big trouble, because if we are going to make this head and shoulders working, then at least we are targeting some significant lows we've seen previously. Okay, just to mention few of them. In that case, we are talking about the levels below 12,000. Taking into the consideration that the market is changing the direction, hitting some stops, I'm not gonna be surprised to see that stop count is going to reach the levels below 10,500. Let's have a look how the DAX looks like when it comes to the daily chart. Well, strong move to the downside today, and we are approaching and testing significant level around 14,700. Now, I'm looking for a little bit of the possible rally from here and looking for 15,200, 15,300, taking into the consideration the volatility we have as a selling opportunity with the possible target down towards 14,000 short term. Any move and daily close above 15,700, 15,750, it's going to cancel this bearish negative scenario. Guys, with that being said, strongly encourage you to make your own research, do your own homework before risking real money. Please leave the comment below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, stay safe, see you around, and goodbye.